The video that led you here is based on research and facts that we've compiled. Research and facts that have inspired a feature-length movie. If you weren't led here by a video, you can find out more information about the campaign on the link below. Ride the wave.
My name's Scott Sullivan.
My name is Nick Dobrowolski.
My name is Dominic Smith.
My name is Matt Jimenez.
My name is Tom Galling, and I am co-director for Waves.
I am co-director for the movie Waves.
I am the marketing coordinator and an associate producer on the film Waves.
I'm going to be the cinematographer and the camera operator for the feature film Waves.
I am assistant director and visual effects supervisor to the film Waves.
Waves is a split feature that Dominique Smith and I developed.
The two halves of Waves are connected with one event, which is a phone call that is made to the radio station WTDM by a eccentric scientist by the name of John Maynard.
Inspiration for the idea was based on a phone call that Art Bell had on his show when someone from Area 51, a former employee of Area 51, called his show.
Instead of like a traditional double feature, where you have two feature-length films that play back-to-back, we have split this movie up into two acts, each its own story, that play back-to-back to create one big movie.
Waves is really centered around the idea of something bigger that the government or whatever these scientific agencies are hiding. And the narrative follows two characters in the two separate features that will be smashed together. And the first one is about Annie Birch, who plays an investigative journalist / program director of a radio show, 101.9, for a program called Under the Stars. And she starts experiencing strange things that she can't explain. The second film is about Dr. John Maynard. And the structure of the story isn't really that much different. I feel we sort of follow him and his discoveries of what's really going on. And it leads John Maynard to discover that the things that Annie Birch is experiencing, John Maynard confirms that and validates everything about what she's going through. And we really see from his perspective the truth.
So when you finish the first movie, there is a conclusion. There is a feeling of complete. And when you jump into the second movie, that movie also ends with a feeling of conclusion, a feeling of being completed. But it also brings you a new feeling to the first movie. So in a way, we've calculated this as you're getting 3 movies within one movie. It makes you rethink everything else, everything that happened in the first movie. It answers a lot of questions that you thought were answered, but they weren't actually the answers. So I think that's one of the big things that we have going for ourselves when it comes to these two movies.
After reading the final draft of the script, everything just kind of clicked for me, and I just got super excited about the entire concept. It's not like every other short film that I get to do, where everything is just really, really linear and straightforward. Because it comes in different segments, it's a completely different way to tell a story.
Being able to work with such talented people on the other side of the screen. For the last 2 years, for the most part, I've been fortunate enough to work with the directors and the director of photography, some of the crew members in front of the camera. I've been an actor in quite a few of their productions, and they produce very high quality stuff. So being able to be a part of their first feature is a real dream for me.
I'm really excited to work with the actors to really bring to life stories that I've always wanted to tell, and until now really didn't have the opportunity to tell.
One of the things that I really like about being on this team is how dedicated everyone is to the project. Nobody's getting paid for this, so we can make sure that all the donations that come in go directly to all of those little things that we need in the background, or all the little pieces of equipment that we need in order to make sure that this is as cinematic as possible.
Which is a way that we are allowed to keep our budget low to where the money is just going to equipment. The money is just going to feeding the cast and crew. Equipment being one of the biggest things, and it's just because we want to bring such a high cinematic feel to this.
So like myself, the directors, the producers, the writers, everyone on here, we aren't pulling a paycheck. So all of us, we're donating our time, weekends for, I believe our production schedule is up at about 10 weeks so far. So 10 weekends in a row, we're just throwing ourselves completely, heart, mind, body, and soul into this to make sure that this is the best product possible.
Some of the perks that you can get when you donate to Waves is as little as gratuity, but even at that little of donation will still get you a thank you letter or an email from the Arch Corporation, which takes place in one of the films, or the radio station, which takes place in the other film. So we really want to make it feel like you're a part of the film.
In a nutshell, that's Waves.
Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Ride the wave.